Then let's get going. So hello and welcome to tonight's celebration of Global BA Day, where we get the chance to applaud the fantastic achievements of our volunteers and our chapters. IIBA has been celebrating Global BA Day on November 1st since 2015. And as we celebrate its 7th anniversary this year, I'd like to welcome everyone performing business analysis, no matter what your title is, across the globe to this special session. Happy Global BA Day. My name is Gorai, and I'm the Director of Chapters and Membership Engagement here at IIBA. I'm joined by two gentlemen and three lovely ladies that will assist in our festivities as we explore and celebrate some of the fantastic accomplishments of the past year. And apparently, I can't count, but we'll get to that in a second. Joining me on our virtual stage are Delvin Fletcher, who's IIBA's President and Chief Executive Officer, Keith Ellis, who's IIBA's Chief Engagement and Growth Officer, Danelka Serra, IIBA's Chapter Operations Manager, Terry Lynn Rodriguez, IIBA's Chapter Membership Relations Analyst, and Susan Moore, IIBA's Community Engagement Manager. So if you look at the screen and you look at what I said, that's four ladies, not three.
You didn't introduce me, Jared.
That's right, I didn't. And why didn't I, Judy? Because Judy's our chair of the Global Chapter Council. She's a special volunteer, and I like to say she's our lead volunteer. And I think we need to give her a special round of applause for all of the work that she does day in, day out, helping keep us on track. Thanks.
We can use emoji. We can use our emojis as well.
Let me pass the virtual microphone to Delvin Fletcher, who will help open tonight's festivities.
Thank you, Jared. First of all, thank you for calling me a gentleman. It's been a while since someone said that to me, but I really much appreciate it. And welcome. This we were talking a little bit earlier, just before we officially started, that this is a crazy hour for some of you in the middle of the night in Europe and Africa, and the very early morning in some parts of Asia. So thank you so much for making the time to hang out with us tonight. It's kind of it's a cliche for people in my position to say all our volunteers are important and they're the lifeblood of who we are as an organization. But at IIBA, that's actually true. Not only is it true, this is the multiplier that makes us the kind of organization that we are all over the world. There are somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 official active volunteers. Depending on how you count, that number is probably twice that much if you look at all of our chapters globally. And this is just a wonderful thing that has been part of the lifeblood and the DNA of IIBA since its inception. It's an area that we're very passionate about in the support team that you have working here tonight. And it's something that we are continuing to invest in, trying to support and grow and nurture to the best of our ability. So on behalf of those of us who work full-time at IIBA, thank you for those of us thank you to each of you who invest so much time and effort on a volunteer basis. And as I think Judy or Jared said earlier, it's kind of unfortunate that this is a virtual thing like everything else in life these days, but hopefully one of these days it will be something more than that. But I wanted to officially greet you and welcome you to this celebration that we have over the next hour or so. Thanks, Jared. And over to you, Keith, I think.
Thanks a lot, Delvin, and my apologies to everybody tonight that my camera isn't working. But you know what? I think the sense of humor that I have is really tickled with me being able to present in Inaugural, which is, I'm the guy who lives in the most northerly city in the world with over 1 million people in it, and I get to talk about the things that they do in the desolate Arctic. Thank you for that one, Terry. I appreciate it. This is great. And Judy, what a great idea, because this one's really, it's so talking about, to the Inuit, it's such an important symbol because it's really talking about direction finding. And for me, it embodies so much of what we're doing together. It's direction finding like for IIBA, right now with all of what the volunteers are doing around core refresh. I think about the orchestration of people coming in and helping to set the direction for that future. Judy, you calling and say, hey, Keith, we need to talk about what we need to do for our chapter leadership and standard French, pushing that out, and the volunteers just rallying around and working that hard. Yes, I do have a bad day going on. In fact, it looks like a stone head. Okay, that's what's going on there, Stefan. I appreciate that one. So, but this idea of each stone is so independent and so different, but coming together, and that the meaning is in the whole. I mean, what a tremendous emblem for what we're doing together, because it's really about how we all stand together, united to advance a profession. And it's one that we all believe in, right? And that's kind of why we're all here. So, I think one of the big things I wanted to just mention is that, Volunteer of the Year winners will receive an Inaugural, inspired by the Great White North. Come on up to Edmonton, you get to enjoy it. And with that, let's get on with the Volunteer of the Year award. Judy, who are the finalists?
Well, Keith, for the Eastern region, the finalists are George Bryson, Jacques Facet, Professor Carlos Jose Locacelli, Eve Nicole, and Dulce Oliveira. Now, Delvin, I heard that you have a recent story about one of these finalists. Please share.
I do, Judy. And I was in Quebec with my family, my children and grandchildren for a few days, and I reached out to Georges and asked him if he would be willing to take a bit of his time and have a coffee with me somewhere in the Montreal area. And he told me he was up north of Montreal, and we sat in front of a famous French restaurant that we never got into, actually, in Val-David, about an hour north of Montreal, at a picnic table for about 3 hours. And I thought it was going to be a casual conversation around a beverage. And I should have actually known better, knowing a little bit about George and his reputation. But George brought a PowerPoint, which included a multi-point critique of some of the things that we're doing, an evaluation of certain things, and to some degree an analytical scorecard on both the past and some carefully analyzed needs that had been stakeholder embraced, I think they'd been fully elucidated, and had a couple other more things in them. And we enjoyed what turned out to be a beverage-free, probably almost 3 hours, sitting in the cool sunshine of a nice fall afternoon about a month ago. So thank you for that, George. It was wonderful to meet you. It was one of the few human meetings I've had in the last year and a half. Under COVID, it was socially distant and just a wonderful way to spend an afternoon.
It was a great afternoon and great conversations with yourself, Delvin. A lot of inspiration. I tell you, a lot of things that we as an organization, IIBA, have a lot of things going, and I heard some of your plans. You let me in and some of the secrets there, but it's going to be, it was a grand year, and it will continue to be a grand year. Congratulations to you and the whole global team.
Well, with that being said, just to talk about George for a few minutes here. He has failed at retirement, as I have, and he teaches college. And what does he teach? Well, of course, business analysis. What else would George teach? But he also, in his role with the chapter, he makes a really big deal about people who have recently obtained their certification. And that is so important, and encouraging people to do that. And that really helps people to feel welcome at a chapter. That's probably one of the key things you do. And I'm not going to go off on that, but I've communicated with George quite a bit. But there's one thing: every time I try to get him to join the GCC, I fail. So I don't know. I'm going to have to keep trying. But his reason is his love for the chapter. And so I can't really be upset about that. So Jared.
No, Judy, I don't think you can be upset about that. But, Jacques Facet has been a board member for the Montreal chapter for 8 years. He is the treasurer, manages the Montreal budget, has an exceptionally keen eye. He is an amazing volunteer at the chapter. He is always talking about we. I don't even think he knows what the letter I stands for, because it's always about the community. It's always about the chapter. Fantastic. He actually had the most suggestions to change the bylaws for Montreal because of the harmonization program. He's been an exceptional volunteer, and Montreal would be all the worse without him. So great example of good volunteerism.
You guys, these awards are extremely difficult for us if you were to read all the nominations that come in and just the great words that we hear and that we also witness in the community as well. I mean, we could say so many amazing things about all of our finalists. And like Professor Locoselli, he was one of our finalists last year as well and won, and he was back on the list again, continues to be extremely loved by his community, always teaching, always passing on and mentoring. He's part of all of the weekly chats with our Brazil chapter. They have a YouTube channel and a LinkedIn, and just that engagement and the love that he pours out. It's the minute I see a professor's name, it's like I really just want to like jump out and give him a big hug because he's that guy. Like our volunteers are so amazing that this is so difficult. And Susan, you have a great story to share as well.
So I want to talk a little bit about Ev Nicole, who has been the immediate past president. But Ev was the 2020 Volunteer of the Year, launched the first Babok French study group, and has been active in the IIBA International Francophone Network group that launched the Babok translation in French. No small feat, and certainly it gets us, it gets our knowledge out to our French friends. Terry Lynn.
I wanted to quickly mention, and George, I know that you are very proud of this, that you are member number 56, IIBA number 56. I think that's so awesome. And while her membership number is not smaller than 56, Dulce Oliveira, newly elected president of the Montreal chapter, has been an IIBA member since 2003. She chaired the requirements and planning subcommittee for the very first version of the Babok guide. I think that's so exciting. Co-founded the Montreal chapter, and I think she was one of the people that at the very beginning of IIBA's inception, she was part of that as well. And bilingual moderator in Francophone virtual conferences and so much more. And I just want to say her 18 years, oh my gosh, just saying that 18 years of dedicated volunteer service to IIBA and the business analysis community continues. It always has had and will continue to have a positive impact. Thank you for all that you do.
Before we announce the winner, we are going to hear a video from the 2020 America's Southeastern Region Volunteer of the Year, Professor Locoselli. He recorded it in Portuguese, but the English version is on the slide.
Há ano fui surpreendido pela indicação para o Prêmio Voluntário do ano 2020 do IIBA. Fabrício Laguna, o presidente do capítulo Brasil, surpreendeu-me com essa indicação. Minha surpresa foi ainda maior ao ser eleito como voluntário do ano 2020 da região em que atuo pelo júri do IIBA. Passei a conviver com as pessoas que me concederam essa honra e com elas pude tornar mais real a frase que uso para identificar-me. Sou um eterno aprendiz. Desde a década de 70, venho procurando habilitar mudanças nas organizações que atuo. Dentro do seu contexto, definindo necessidades e recomendando soluções que ofereçam valor aos stakeholders. Em 2008, comecei a ministrar disciplinas do Guia Babok, naquela oportunidade na versão 1.6, e até hoje ministro disciplinas do Guia na sua versão 3. Desde muito jovem, o mindset da análise de negócios se incorporou no meu DNA profissional e sempre fui reconhecido por isto.
Well, thank you, Professor Locoselli. That was great. Now,
creio que o ápice do reconhecimento aconteceu em 2020, ao receber esse prêmio que muito me orgulha. Saibam que esse título, nos meus 71 anos de idade, renovou minhas energias e aumentou ainda mais meu engajamento no IIBA Brasil. Obrigado, Fabrício. Obrigado, jurados do prêmio de 2020.
Now I know it's done. Sorry about that. And we want to know who the winner is. And the winner is George Bryson, Mr. Number 56. And congratulations, George. And would you
Congratulations.
like to take a minute to say a few words?
It's just a real honor. I'd just like to thank all the IBA global team. Special shout out to Paul Stapleton, and also I'd like to thank my confrères and consoeurs in Montreal, Yves and Jacques and Merva, and also our consoeur in Quebec City, Manon Sauvageau. We work extremely hard for the last year on the translation of the Babak into V3. And also on September the 1st, we launched the ECBA in French. So again, it's really because of teamwork and working with my consoeurs here in Montreal and also in Quebec City. So thank you very much. Thank you to Emily Tom and to Carol Drew, our Northeastern facilitators. I know Carol's moved on, but thank you very much for your inspiration, and merci.
Well, congratulations, George.
Congrats, George.
Congratulations, George.
Congrats.
Keith is up
Well
next
deserved.
to announce the finalists for Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, and India.
Thanks, Judy. And first thing I have to say is thank you for being up in the middle of the night. I really appreciate everybody joining us this evening. And the 5 finalists in this region are Cathello Malenga, Nivita Panda, Basigo Siti, Laura Sules, and Yasser Tala. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Janelkas?
I didn't think I was up next, but I will handle this. So apparently my script is off the page and I don't usually follow it, but I'm going to talk about Cathello. Cathello has been amazing with our South Africa chapter. She's been able to organize all of their events, and they have mini sessions on Thursdays. And you know what? I think I'm reading the wrong part of my script, so I am going to find it. I'm not going to find it. I am going to find it. So she's been an integral part of our South Africa chapter. She's empowered the region with tools and resources to elevate the contribution of BAs in South Africa. She's also created and executed a consolidated calendar for all of the regions. Her list of volunteer involvement goes on, and it's just an amazing job that she does for our South Africa chapter.
So Danelkas, I think all of the volunteers, I mean, sure, we've shortlisted to 5, but all of the volunteers in the Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, India are amazing. Actually, all of our volunteers around the world are amazing. And I'm going to get this wrong, Nivita Panda has been a long time devoted volunteer of the Australia chapter, our largest chapter. She's been a volunteer of the Sydney branch, and she's served the branch in so many different roles and constantly streamlined processes that we just couldn't exist without her. She's been absolutely phenomenal for Australia chapter.
Now I'm going to jump in, Lesego, and please forgive me if I'm pronouncing any names wrong. Just shout out to us if we are, okay? Lesego has been instrumental in revitalizing the Johannesburg region since 2020. The success of the tools and techniques sessions, in that IIBA South Africa hosts every Thursday evening hinges primarily on Lesego's energy and contribution. She has been instrumental in ensuring that there are speakers for these sessions, along with an extremely well-planned annual calendar. And we're probably going to be doing a lot of Pete and repeat here, but again, volunteers in every single role, if it's, whether it's at the chapter level or if it is, like helping with translations and things like that, you are the backbone. We say, I love it when Danelka's too bad we didn't have Chappie. I don't know if you're going to bring him in or not, but it's so true that our volunteers and our chapters are the backbone and the reason why each and every one of us at IIBA Global have a job. So thank you for that as well.
Well, Laura is an excellent leader and facilitator. She took over the Durban region at the beginning of this year when the previous regional chair stepped down. She had little or no guidance or direction, and now that region is hosting events on the same scale as the Johannesburg and Cape Town regions that I understand are their most prominent regions. So kudos to her.
Well, Yasser is amazing. So he successfully manages and maintains the chapter members. And we all know how much of an issue that can be. He created the chapter Arabic speakers database, successfully set up and supports sponsors to the IIBA Egypt chapter. He's increased the number of certified IIBA members as part of the chapter study group programs. Another amazing example of an IIBA volunteer. So let's get to it. The award goes to Yasser Talat. Congratulations.
Yay!
Thank you.
And he also is part of the leadership series. You know, speaking, like I say, it's not just in the chapters. You're giving back to the entire BA community in other ways as well. So thank you for that too, Yasser.
Yasser, would you like to take a moment to say something?
I just would like to thank everybody. I didn't expect it, actually. When I was nominated, I was surprised. Actually, I wasn't satisfied about our performance in the chapter this year. However, we tried our best. I'd like to thank all the chapter board members, of course. I think Sally is here, our president, is joining us tonight. I'd like to thank all. Thank you, and thanks for everybody in the chapter board, and thank you for all of IIBA, either the leaders of IIBA or the volunteers. I'm happy being between or among the people who are sharing in the leadership series this year. I'm really proud of it, excited with the series, and I'd like to thank everybody in the series because they really inspired me. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Yasser. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Okay, next up are the Western and Central regions. And there were some stellar nominations from this area, so stellar that we have 6 finalists. And they are Susie Brinkman, Reg Cracknell, Sean Leslie, Debbie Levin, Melinda McLean, and Rudy Shu.
Well, Susie Brinkman is an original member of the Hawaii chapter, and she is the communications and membership director, and she's filled many roles during the past year. And in fact, one of her nominators actually called her a lifeline to the chapter. I have personally met Susie and spent some time with her a few years ago at BBC. She is truly a very great chapter leader and a people person.
Reg is known as a valuable member of the Calgary leadership team. He is vice president of sponsors, but not only did he bring in many sponsors this year, but he also filled the role of communications VP. So great job, Reg.
And I'm going to speak about Sean. So Sean, if you've ever visited the Vancouver chapter, you know that Sean is known as the unsung hero, right? He's the VP of members and has led the efforts in helping their chapter under harmonization in 2021. He has changed the volunteer program and found a new volunteer coordinator. In matter of fact, the Vancouver chapter even has gone so far as to lend one of their volunteers to the neighboring Victoria chapter, who's having issues getting volunteers. He's being a data geek myself. I am excited about his efforts working with a volunteer to provide data analytics to allow the chapter to understand the last 15 years as they just recently celebrate their 15-year anniversary.
Now, the secretary of the Phoenix chapter, Debbie Levin, is the glue. And we should probably let everyone know the words that we're actually using. Well, like, except for all the bits and bobs that we're adding ourselves, these have come from the actual nominations. So the kudos to the individuals who sent the nominations in, and we're really grateful that we get to add our words to it too. But I love the fact that Debbie is the glue that holds the chapter together. She has volunteered longer than any other member on the Phoenix chapter board and has jumped in many times to cover unfilled positions in addition to her own. foundational in establishing the chapter's annual business analysis, business analysis development day. It's so much easier to say bad, but it's called Bad in the Desert. Isn't that cool? She is known as the chapter subject matter expert, or SME, in all things IIBA, is a mentor and a role model within the Phoenix chapter and with IIBA chapters globally, participating in all IIBA Global Leaderships meetings. I love being able to say that, because you attending these, you're able to take that information back and share it with the rest of the community. And that is Debbie in a nutshell.
So Melinda stepped into an inactive marketing position, when she had some downtime after becoming a CBAP. She's right. What else were you going to do with your time? She's built the marketing channels, social media postings, and brought the chapter into the new century. High five, Melinda. That's some of my favorite stuff to do too. She also took over the communications VP role when someone needed to leave. She is an example of wanting to serve others that comes from the heart. Back to you, Terry.
Thank you, Rudy Hsu. Rudy has been a great success in her new role of VP of Programs for the Seattle chapter. Isn't it really exciting too? Because these are a lot of individuals tonight. They're new to their role, and they've been lifted up by their peers. I think it's wonderful. And without any assistance, Rudy sourced a diverse slate of topics and speakers for the entire year, which helped maintain the chapter's membership and gained a large international following. And that's a theme that we're sort of seeing a lot of now too. It's not just people affecting their individual chapters, but it's on a global scale. So thank you for that. Oh, we got a video alert. We have a video from the Americas Central Region 2020 Volunteer of the Year, Michelle Green, who's also a member of the St. Louis chapter and a member of the Global Chapter Council, or the GCC as we fondly know it as.
Hi, I'm Michelle Green, and I was last year's recipient of the Volunteer Year Award for the Americas Central Region. Most of you may not know this, but I was a volunteer on the original task force to create the Volunteer of the Year Award process. I think it may have been my first volunteer position with the IIBA outside of my local chapter, but it most definitely was not my last. I truly believe that giving your time and yourself to a cause that's important to you enriches you just as much, if not more, than the people you affect. I've met and engaged with so many people I never would have if it weren't for my years with the IIBA. And the fact that the Volunteer of the Year Award is nominated by one or more of my friends makes it all the more special. So thank you for the honor, and keep volunteering. Award or no award, we all win in the end.
How true is that? Thank you, Michelle. Now, the judges, oh my goodness, totally had the hands full determining the winner out of this stellar group. And the award goes to Debbie Levin. Congratulations, Debbie. Would you like to take a minute to say a few words? We'd love to hear from you.
Just want to say thank you very much.
You are most welcome, and thank you for everything that you do.
Yes, congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations, Debbie. All right, so let's move on to the European region. I see a pattern forming that once again, we have 5 outstanding, should I say even fantastic nominees. Claude Duke from Geneva, and I'm going to mispronounce Olga Charkasava's name, Sarcha Labrets, Stuart Mullinger, and Thibaut Trintignac. So I'll start with Claude. So Claude Duke is the president of the Geneva chapter and the Francophone team lead. He's been a vital part of the group translating the Babok into French. Well, I'm going to change that into standard French. This will lead to the growth of French members in Europe and parts of Africa. He has brought 3 or more workshops into the chapter monthly, featuring some great presenters, and technical issues, apologize for that. He is an amazing servant leader.
I actually had an opportunity to talk with Olga, gosh, not very long ago. So was it today? Was it last week? Anyway, it was a great conversation. And so I'm really happy to be reading about her nomination. She's one of the founders of the Belarus chapter, which was started in just November of 2020. She's a longtime BA trainer and mentor. She put together the chapter's first Babok study group in Russian. And she's been instrumental in launching the chapter's social media, including their YouTube channel and Telegram.
You know, it's a really good thing that this isn't a drinking game with amazing and fabulous and fantastic, because we would have all been drunk already. But it's so difficult to do this without saying how amazing everybody is. I mean, this is why we're here today. I get the honor of talking about, and this is funny, we argued about this right before we went online. Even though I have a cheat sheet on how to pronounce her name, I know I always butcher it. And Judy and I had two different cheat sheets. So whether it's Sarji, Zarje, or Sachi, we apologize because you've trained us on how to say your name and we still say it wrong. But she's one of the newer members in our Brussels chapter, and I've luckily had the pleasure of interacting with her various times. She's an amazing leader, has made an immediate positive impact on our Brussels chapter. She's brought their LinkedIn page from pretty much being non-existent to having daily posts. She's networked actively, follows everybody. I mean, you're on a post and she's out there and she's commenting. She's extremely involved, not just in her local area, but just globally. Like, she has international contacts and has really created an awareness for the Brussels chapter. And that's pretty much increasing their presence from over 12,000 impressions. And that's 5 times where they were originally. So amazing person, a go-getter, and is constantly looking for new ways of just expanding the community. She has a bright future ahead of herself.
So Stuart is a newer volunteer for the UK chapter. He's refreshed the website, promoted events by diversifying the kinds of events that they're having, and this has resulted in even better service to their members. He has gone above and beyond to help other board members and to promote the IIBA brand. They hope there is an opportunity for him to join the board soon.
Thibault is the president of the revived French chapter, and he has enlarged the board and shared workshops with the Geneva chapter, and he's gotten new partners for the chapter, and he is well thought of and does not count his hours of chapter work, and his energy is contagious. So let's go to the winner. The winner is Clove Duke. Congratulations, Clove. I believe you're on. Do you want to say a few words?
Yes, thank you, everybody. It's really a pleasure for me. I'm very proud for this award. I would like to thank my board that is sleeping now. We are at midnight here in Geneva. Maybe you don't know, but the Geneva chapter is a very dynamic chapter, but not for a big region, because we have only 2 million in the French part of Switzerland, but we organize more than 30 online events this year, including a congress about innovation. It was 8 nights in June. We organize also study groups with 24 participants, and we launch, yes, the French-speaking community. Yes, with now 10 different French-speaking chapters, including Africa, France, and so on. So thank you, everybody, and I hope we will continue to collaborate this way. Thank you.
Congratulations, Claude.
Yeah, congratulations, Clove. So with the next slide, for the first time anywhere, here are all the volunteers of the year for 2021. Now, as we listened to all of these stories, common themes stood out: local, regional, global, collaboration, mentoring, making a difference, academia involvement, helping to encourage new volunteers and members. I'll stop now, but that proves what many of us in the community are saying. And it all comes down to people and relationships. Delvin and Keith, do either of you have anything to add about volunteers?
I would just add my thanks to each of you, all of the nominees in all of these categories. I think it's wonderful to listen to some of your peers and the things that they have been saying about you. And congratulations to George and Yasser and Debbie and Claude. Thank you for modeling so much of what we value and work hard at trying to nurture across this global community. And thank you for being ambassadors for both that style and substance and commitment to this profession and this community. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Delvin.
I'd
Keith?
like to add my own gratitude. It's humbling to listen to the stories of the commitment. Everybody here, they've got a day job and sometimes a night job too, you know, with all the work that's going on. And I just have to say thank you so much for that. I think Judy said it best. It's making that member feel welcome when they come in the door. And there's just so much to be said for that connection and that personal experience. But it's also, you know, to me, I think, you know, when I think back of my time as a volunteer, it was that feeling of giving back and that feeling of empowering and making a difference in the community, and that you really are. There's just so much experience, just this overwhelming experience that's on the phone tonight, you know, that we're talking about, and bringing that next generation of business analysis professionals forward in that profession. I think it's just amazing. So my gratitude to everybody tonight. It's just a fantastic group, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Well, thanks, Keith. And we certainly want to acknowledge everyone that volunteers their time and efforts to unite and engage the business analysis community at whatever level, local, regional, and global. And happy BA Day. That is so important. Thank you. Now, I'm going to go off script here for a minute, and they know that I'm famous for doing this, but I'm going to get my special thank you in to all of my co-presenters on this broadcast. Delvin, Keith, Susan, and Jared, Terry Lynn. Oh, yeah, and also Danelkis. But we have a lot of fun, but these people really work hard for IIBA because I've seen the other side of the coin, so to speak. And I thank them. I get far more from it than what I put into it. So thank you. And oh, wait a minute, my phone is ringing. And well, Chappie wants to say hi, but he also lives with Danelkis, who is the chapter operations queen. And I'm sure she'll have a few words to say.
Well, hello, everyone. Chappie, hello. Wants to help us do the transition from volunteer to chapters. So Chappie for chapters is here with me tonight, and hopefully you can see him well enough. You can focus on me if you like, because he's a little smaller than I am. But Chappie wants to remind us that although he is Chappie, which is made up of all of our components of chapters for like finance and marketing and networking, certifications, that's what all his little body parts are made out of. Foundational to our chapters is our backbone, which are our members. So members are the backbones of our chapters in IIBA, but more importantly, and this one's going to take a little camera thingy here. You might not be able to see it, but the heart of Chappie are our volunteers. So you guys, this is all about you. IIBA would not exist without us. It's all about our members and our volunteers. We're one team. We don't exist unless we're in this together, and it's who we are. We're BAs, and what we put into our profession is what we're going to get out of our profession. So again, a big thank you, not just from the chapter team, but from IIBA in general. It's all about us. So moving on, I think I'm going to kick it back to Judy, because Judy, I want you to go ahead and no, I'm not going to kick it back to Judy. I'm going to kick it to Keith to get us started with our chapter awards.
Thank you so much, Danelkis. And I'm really privileged. I think this is a fantastic opportunity to just celebrate our incredible chapters and some of the fantastic things, that continue to unite and engage. That's such a huge theme. Engage the community over the last year. We have over 100 chapters in the network, and I have to admit that the stories are just inspirational and as impressive as our volunteers. Each winning chapter will receive a web banner, which maybe we can hang on Chappie, which will be proudly displayed on your website, a signature graphic, and a banner stand to showcase your accomplishment. They're already en route to the winning chapters and should arrive in the next week or so. With that, let me turn it over to Jared.
All right, so our first category is business partner. This is presented to the chapter that builds and nurtures business relationships in their community. These relationships should also provide value to the business partner. The three finalists are the Dutch chapter, Montreal, and Vancouver.
The Dutch chapter works with BTS and universities. They're working on an academic program, and they're active with universities and have many corporate sponsorships.
Well, you've heard us talk about our Francophone group translating the BA back into French. Well, our Montreal chapter is the one that's pretty much had those alliances. And they've even working with several universities to help promote business analysis in general.
And the Vancouver chapter has partnerships with various community sponsors, including Abbotsford Technology Together, UBC Sauder School of Business, Watermark Learning, PMBA conferences, and Global Knowledge. Ooh, that's hard to do in one breath. They've also partnered with the Victoria chapter to advise them and loan them one of their volunteers, as I mentioned earlier. The 2021 Business Partner Award goes to the Dutch chapter.
Woo-woo!
I don't know if Martin joined us or not.
Well, I'm actually the representative. So you see my name, René Lamens.
Oh, hello, René.
Hi guys. Yeah, so actually the president sent his VP to this session. I had to.
Thank you for not leaving and joining us.
No, I was actually kept awake by Netflix, so that's no problem.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm not sure how the voting went, but I want to thank everyone who voted for the Dutch chapter. I'm only in the Steerco since last October, after my 35 years of it was not 35 years of business analysis. That was the last, let's say, 20 years or so, working for a big oil company. But I've been with IIBA. Well, I can't remember since when. And I've been a CBAP also, I can't remember, since 2010 or so. So really, thanks all for voting. And I'm really pleased with this. And I'm sure my Steerco will be really, really pleased with this. So thanks a lot. And we'll keep up the good work. And we try to bring business analysis a step further in the Netherlands.
Awesome. Well, thank you, René. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Over to me. Sorry, I was busy putting a background in there. Renee, I just sent you a background that you can pop it up now, and
All right, okay.
we'll also share that with I'll send it on to the chapter as well.
Okay, cool.
So next we come to chapter sustainability, and this award is presented to the chapter that demonstrates the most effective chapter sustainability model, ensuring continued success. And the three finalists are Albany, Raleigh, and Sacramento. So the Albany chapter has a stable board without any vacancies. And boy, that's saying something in this day and age. That's really exciting. And in a year that has been difficult, to say the least, they have secured new volunteers, successfully incorporated the chapter, adapted to virtual events with ease, and held a professional development day. Their solid financial planning will sustain the chapter far into the future. Well done, Albany.
The Raleigh chapter, which is right up the road from me, hello Raleigh, has a well-documented business plan, strategic plan, and financial plan, and they review these plans every January. And this year, they've got a new president. The board has never missed a beat, and the veteran board members are helping the new members, the new board members. They have secured the chapter sustainability into the future. Great job, Raleigh.
Sacramento chapter has continued to sustain the chapter throughout the pandemic with quality events. The one event that I keep hearing about their chapter is their study group and the approach they take and how wonderful it is. And I think with all their programs, they have helped the chapter to exist well into the future. Now we're going to announce the winner, but we do have a video from the 2020 Sustainability Award winning Australia chapter.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carl, and I'm the Secretary at the IIBA Australia Chapter. With me, I have our past President, Hugh Peterkin, and our current President, Brianna Bertanen. To begin, on behalf of the Australia Chapter, we would all like to extend our congratulations to all the winners of this year's IIBA Chapter Awards. It's our pleasure to pass the award for the sustainability category onto this year's winner. Hugh, you were president last year when we won this award. What do you believe it meant for us as a chapter?
Well, Carl, I think primarily it was a huge vindication for all our volunteers for the work they put in, that it was recognised and could be recognised at the level of achieving what we considered a very prestigious award. We're a very large, complex organisation with branches in every state of Australia. We run some very significant events, and the volunteers put in an awful lot of time to make it happen for the members, for the BA community, and also for the broader community, business community. So we all felt very vindicated in the time that we've taken to put into the effort that we made.
Very well said. Brianna, as our current chapter president, what does it mean for us to pass the torch on to this year's winner?
For this year's winner, I am wishing them the success and the meaningful application of sustainability that we had for our chapter throughout the year. For us, sustainability became a theme that we had throughout everything we've achieved in 2021. It is about our strategy, about keeping our operations up and running in a very challenging year, and about keeping our community even engaged and operational. So I'm wishing the next winner to make the same flight with the sustainability award, and also to think about innovation. And speaking of innovation, back to you, Carl, to talk about what we are doing next here in Australia.
Thanks very much, Bree. And the innovation that Bree is speaking about is the Inaugural Festival of Business Analysis that we, the Australia chapter, are hosting in March 2022. This is a week-long conference event where we're having face-to-face events across Australia, but there's also an online channel that will be beamed to the world for anybody who wants to register. So if you want to participate in the industry-leading conversations from experts across Australia and internationally, you can do that too, no matter where you are. Simply Google Festival of Business Analysis and follow the links from there. That's all from us. Congratulations to the winners. Thanks for being with us.
Well, thanks to the Australia chapter. Now, the winner of the Sustainability Award is the Raleigh chapter. Congratulations. Felicia, are you or someone else on? Do you want to?
Felicia.
So Jay's on.
No one's on, huh?
Hi.
Okay. Oh, Pamela. Okay.
I had a problem with, I was so surprised. I had a problem with my mute and my video.
I know there's a couple of you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Lori Stewart on, and I also saw Jay, yes, who past president. So I'm Pamela Thomas, and I'm the membership chair this year. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Susan.
All right. Well, this next award is Community Outreach and Engagement. And this award is presented to the chapter that best demonstrates the highest commitment to community outreach and engagement. This chapter will also seek out new channels to build awareness of the chapter's programs within the community. And we have 3 finalists: Brazil, Brussels, and Geneva.
Wow. So Brazil focuses on the local and global community. They have 2 weekly YouTube shows that focus on promoting the BA profession. They also have the Fraternity of the Brotherhood of BAs, which is open to all genders, bringing a recipe. It isn't food, but it is an article about business analysis. They have a game based on judo where they receive points depending on the number of reports and meetings. They advance to the different color belts based on those points.
Brussels chapter also has focused on local and global community over the last year. And the BA Cafe happens every Friday. It's the only way for me to start my Friday. And in Brussels, of course, the BA Cafe starts at 12:30 p.m. But normally there's a group of us from the central United States, and it's 5:30 a.m. And their study group chapters have asked them for how to do it, because what they do is they focus on learning the concept of business analysis rather than just wanting to pass the test. And I know it's been adopted by at least 2 other chapters, and I believe there are more that have asked them about it. And their presence on social media, which Danelka had talked about earlier, has really helped to raise their local and global engagement. Danelka's.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about South Africa.
Yeah.
I had the honor to participate in their micro events earlier this year. They host them every Thursday. They're 20-30 minutes long. And what it is like they have over, I don't know, I would say probably close to 80 participants that join these micro sessions. And it's usually like techniques like jump in, learn, jump out, and it's just hands-on in your fingertips. They have a social media presence as well on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, definitely on WhatsApp. So they're reaching both local and the global business analysis communities. And the 2021 Community Outreach and Engagement Award goes to Brussels.
Congratulations. Yay.
Congratulations, Brussels. Would you like
Thank
to
you
say
so
a word?
much. It's yes, thank you so much. Receiving the nomination was a real boost for our team. And so having this award is just an additional bonus. And I do want to thank the entire team, because obviously this is a team effort. It's a result of dedication, because the only way to reach the consistency we have had with, for example, the BA Cafe and the BABOK study group, the consistency is what's needed to get that engagement in our community. And that's only possible because of the dedication of our team. So thanks everyone very much to help us achieve this award.
Congratulations.
The next award is Delivering Membership Value. This award is presented to the chapter that demonstrates the highest level of value to their members by engaging them in a meaningful and consistent manner. And the nominees are Kansas City, Orange County, and South Africa.
Hold on a second, Judy. Before we do that, why don't we hear a video from the winner of the 2020 Membership Value, our Italy chapter.
Hello to everyone. We are today with IIBA Italy chapter President Prassede Colombo. For a question to her.
Hello from Italy. We are happy to share with you our experience.
So the question is, what did it mean to win a 2020 chapter award?
It was a great satisfaction for us to win because it recognized our energy and enthusiasm to create value to IIBA members. As IIBA Italy chapter, our main focus is to be part of the growth of the international communities of business analysis engaging Italians, with the winner for the delivery membership value meant that we have achieved our goals. And we have to say that the award has given us more motivation and energy. And we wish the same motivation and energy to the winner of this year.
Okay, congratulations, Prasad, again. And now, what does it mean to pass the torch to the 2021 winner?
It's a great pleasure for us to pass the torch because we believe that all chapters are engaged to create value. And as IIBA Italy chapter, we create that IIBA Annual Award Challenge is a great event for our community. As a chapter, we participate to all the past award challenges, and it was the occasion, the chance, the opportunity to realize how much work we performed during the year and how much we learned during the journey. So the award recognizes our efforts and dedication to the growth of our community. So again, congratulations to the Delivery Membership Value Award winner from IIBA Italy Chapter. We believe that we are a great community and that all together, with all the chapter of the IIBA, we can achieve more all together.
Well, thank you, Prasad, and the Italy chapter. That was fantastic. Kansas City has held ongoing virtual events throughout the last year. They've featured excellent speakers on core business topics. And by including a virtual networking with their events, they add an extra touch for their members. They've also given their members additional value by staying involved in regional and other global meetings.
I'm here. Orange County holds 3 events every month, one for new BAs, one for experienced BAs, and then a virtual networking event. They refer to the board as their leadership team, and they say that they exist to serve their members.
Including their micro events, South Africa held events at least 3 times a week this past year. Their 2 professional development days were attended by around 75 members, and their BA Summit South Africa, or BASA, conference in September 2020 had 200 attendees. Posting all of their events to YouTube is an additional benefit for members. And the 2021 award for delivering membership value goes to Kansas City.
Yay.
Woo! Congratulations. Tamara, would you like to say a few words?
After I heard what everybody else was doing, I said, there's no way.
You're so funny.
I tell you what, this entire last year has just been a team effort. Kansas City we've been around for over a decade now, and we've had our high years and our low years, but when 2020 hit, we just said, we're going to truck along and we are not quitting. And we put it online and we started reaching out, and I really credit the global community with helping us to be successful. We found speakers from all over the world. We're not constrained by the speakers who are in Kansas City anymore. We've got a fantastic set of leadership team members. Like a few of them are on the call tonight. Kyle and Sharon, I wanted to say hello. And one of our past presidents is on as well, Jeff Gates. Thank you very much for being here tonight. So really, we would not be in this position without a complete team effort. So thank you very much to everybody. I am floored.
We're happy that we floored you.
Congratulations, Tamara. That's awesome. That's awesome. So our next award is Leadership Excellence. And this award will be presented to the chapter that has demonstrated the highest level of leadership excellence by creating effective strategies, governance policies, operational plans, and increasing chapter maturity. The 3 finalists are Bluegrass, Egypt, and Vancouver.
Now, the Bluegrass chapter has well-developed operational plans and organized governance and offer great programs and learning opportunities. Their members had almost 40 events to choose from in just the first 8 months of 2021. Their succession planning has allowed them to bring on new board members and rotate roles of current members so their board can continue working collaboratively and cohesively, never missing a beat. Their leadership is not, is not just confined to their local community either, but to chapters and members globally.
So with our Egypt chapter, Egypt has a new board of directors, I mean, including the president. So the fact that they're a finalist for Leadership Excellence, that's pretty cool. They have continued to be a great team. They have excellent assortment of events, including most of them being in Arabic. Idiot me tried to attend one of those and did not understand anything. They continue to work with their government to promote business analysis. And the leaders are active and in the region and on global events.
Vancouver has had an excellent leadership team for the last few years, but continues despite changes to their team. And they continue to challenge themselves to not settle for the status quo, but to ask, what is next and how can they raise the chapter to the next level? And before we announce the winner, we have a video from the 2020 winner, the Ottawa Outaouais chapter.
Welcome back to the IIBA Chapter Award Selection Ceremony. To select the appropriate award for your chapter, come forward and I will place the IIBA sorting hat on your head. The IIBA sorting hat is special in that it can identify the traits of your chapter and select the appropriate awards house. Once on your head, you will be sorted into your awards house. I shall now place the IIBA sorting hat on your head. Are you ready?
All right then. Right, okay, this is difficult. There's plenty of courage. Not a bad chapter. There's talent here. They've documented their business and strategic plan, engaged many volunteers, effective chapter elections, yes, participated in leadership forums, well-led chapter programs. You're definitely assigned to the Leadership Award House.
All the videos tonight have been wonderful, but this one has to be the winner of the videos. That is hilarious. Now, the Leadership Excellence Award, the winner is the Bluegrass chapter. Congratulations.
Wow.
And I know a lot of their board is on this call tonight. Kathy, as president, do you want to say a few words?
Sure, I'll say a few words. So thank you so much for recognizing us this way. We really appreciate it. We've worked really hard this year. and in fact, the last X number of years that we've been around. But anyway, this, as I say, this means a lot to us. And we have finally kind of figured out a way to make sure that we keep that our board of directors positions filled. And I think somebody had already kind of mentioned that we got some that were not local to us, but it's worked out really well. And we've had so many great volunteers working with us on our leadership team, and it's really helped us to actually help to deliver more value to our members. So I don't know, Aaron or Stephanie, do you want to say anything? No,
I don't have anything to add.
Okay.
Just very excited. Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, Bluegrass.
Thank you so much.
Susan?
All right. Well, the next award is Marketing Excellence, and this is awarded to the IIBA chapter demonstrating its ability to effectively promote its programs, events, news, and activities. Chapters that effectively market their activities will see an increase in participation in chapter events and activities. So this is a really critical part of the chapter's engagement with their members and non-members. So the 3 finalists this year are Ottawa Outaouais, Phoenix, and South Africa. So first, Ottawa Outaouais, they launched their chapter ambassador program to market to other organizations and brought in new event participants. They held their first professional development day and hope to break even, but increase their bank account by 50%.
Well done.
Well done.
Phoenix worked really hard this past year to recreate its marketing channels and developed brand new marketing plans from scratch. They have an excellent social media presence, and their BA development day, or as I like to say, bad in the desert. I think that's awesome. There was over 100 people that attended, and according to C Prime, like that was the company that handled the conference, that was the highest attendance for any 2021 conference handled by them. So well done, Phoenix.
South Africa has a micro event that reaches the local and global community almost weekly on Thursday nights. These events are 20 to 30 minutes long, and attendance ranges from 30 to 80 people. They have a social media presence on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and several WhatsApp groups. Are there really any other social media channels? Because if so, South Africa's there. They reach both the local and global business analysis communities.
And the Marketing Excellence Award for 2021 goes to, dun, dun, dun. Congratulations, Phoenix Chapter.
Woo! Well done.
Thank you very much. I will pass it on to Melinda, who's doing an amazing job with our marketing.
I'm sorry, who was just speaking there? Because I just want to send you a little something.
Debbie.
Oh, sorry, Deb.
That's okay.
I was going to say my chat has your face covered. Sorry.
All right, looks like Melinda stepped away or is on mute still, so.
Yeah, Susan?
All right. So next, we're going to talk about the Professional Development Award. So this award will be presented, is presented to the IIBA chapter that demonstrates the highest commitment to professional development for its chapter members and the BA community at large. This chapter provides quality educational and networking opportunities to assist its chapter members and the community in helping them to advance their careers in the business analysis profession. 3 nominees, we've got Australia, Peru, and Portland. Oh, and wait, we've got a video from Vancouver.
Hi, Sean Leslie, VP Membership, IIBA Vancouver Chapter, Zoom enthusiast, and friend to all dogs. What does it mean to win the 2020 Chapter Awards? Winning the Professional Development Award has validated our strategy, commitment, and hard work, and has also given us encouragement in continuously improving the chapter and achieving our goals. Winning the award has allowed us to focus on our missions, especially in providing support to our local business analyst community and help them in their professional development and career development. Winning the award has given us bragging rights to showcase the chapter's achievements in current and potential members, partners, and sponsors. We have shown the award at every speaker event, on our chapter website, social medias, and on our Zoom backgrounds. What does it mean to pass the torch to the 2021 winner of the Professional Development Award? We are proud to pass the torch to the 2021 winner to continue the commitment to excellence in business analysis and in providing super service to our members and communities.
Oops. Well, we're just going to jump right in and we're going to do congratulations to our Peru chapter. Okay.
All right, no. Take it back. We need to still like showcase the amazing chapter.
We're gonna back up the bus and we want to speak to the incredible contributions that our three nominees have done. Sorry, that just threw me right off. I was going to say change the script, and Terry's always messed up. Anyway, really exciting. From October 26th to 30th in 2020, Australia Chapter held a virtual business analysis professional week. Multiple tracks, speakers, keynotes, and workshops, and a closing address by our own Delvin Fletcher and Keith Ellis. It was extremely successful. The branches held monthly virtual events that sometimes had as many as 200 attendees. Australia Chapter and its branches provided Australian BAs as well as BAs from around the globe many continuing education and career advancement opportunities.
So our Peru chapter was formed at the Universidad Continental in Lima, Peru. And in March, they held their week-long international congress, which was half days for 5 days of sessions. They had a great turnout. The chapter has also been really active in Spanish-speaking networking. And there's a couple of our chapters that meet once a month. A subset of this group will be starting to work on the translation for the BA Bach version 3 into Spanish.
Wow. So the Portland chapter is one of the most welcoming chapters for their events. I had the pleasure to attend one of their events, and it was overjoyed by how they welcomed each and every member as they joined the Zoom call. They schedule events on core business analysis topics to further their BA's education and careers. They draw a sizable virtual attendance from around the globe and work together as a team and welcome everyone, as I said, to each and every event.
And the Professional Development Award for 2021 goes to, who could it possibly be?
Yay, Peru.
Felicidades, Peru. I'm not sure we have any of them on the call. Is Peru with us to share a couple words?
Do not believe so.
So muchas felicidades when you watch the video, the recording.
So what time is it in Peru?
It's
it's not that bad.
9.
No, they're about
Either 7 or 9. I can't,
they're equal to Central Time.
All right, let's move on, because the last award is Chapter of the Year.
Don't
The
mess
award-
this one up.
I will not screw this one up, I promise. We will not have a technical
Hands
issue with
off.
this one.
No one touch the buttons.
This award will be presented to the chapter that demonstrates the best alignment to the IIBA core purpose through exceptional execution of the 7 core concepts. And the 3 finalists are Ottawa-Outaouais, Raleigh, and Vancouver.
Ottawa-Outaouais had a large variety of events and a lucrative PDD. They have a stellar board structure, succession planning, and a strong governance. They also are helping and collaborating with other chapters, and they have their ambassador program reaching out to other professional associations. They even are helping a college in Wisconsin.
Awesome. Now, Raleigh has a strong governance and succession planning, so their elections in 2020 came off without a hitch. Throughout the year, they collaborated with 6 different IIBA chapters, 1 training company, 2 PMI groups, Women in Tech, and had a virtual booth at the NCPMI conference. The chapter, and my heart starts to, my eyes fill up when I hear this. I think this is so precious. The chapter offered $5,000 to any member that lost their job due to COVID. They held a BABOK and CBDA study groups, plus held TriBAD. That's their signature event.
And Vancouver raised many of their activities to the next level. They have strong governance and are constantly questioning what needs to happen next and what needs to happen 5 years from now. Their short and long-term thinking leads to a sustainable chapter. And as I mentioned before, they've assisted the Victoria chapter by offering them a volunteer. So let's see a video from 2020's volunteer or chapter of the year. If I don't screw this up.
Hello.
Hello. We are the Bluegrass IIBA chapter in the great Bluegrass state of Kentucky in the United States of America.
Our chapter is the winner of the 2020 IIBA Chapter of the Year Award.
Winning this award gave us the validation that we were doing the right things and that our chapter leadership team is firing on all cylinders.
Winning the award inspired us to try to do even better.
Since we are believers in experimentation, we felt driven to come up with even more new ideas to try. We asked our members for creative ideas and we tried them. Not everything worked, of course, but that was okay. We learned from the effort and had a lot of fun.
We certainly boasted our success on our website, at our events, and in social media.
We collaborated with other chapters and mentored other chapter leaders throughout the year to pass on the knowledge of the things we have learned that made us successful.
We worked hard to further spread the word of our high value must-see presentations.
We wish all the IIBA chapters the best of luck in this year's chapter awards ceremony and look to pass the honor of being chapter of the year to this year's winner.
We'll keep being us, you keep being you. Where our paths cross, we will collaborate, and together we will advance the business analysis profession across the globe.
Best wishes to all IIBA chapters for a fantastic upcoming year.
Good luck. Best wishes.
Good luck. Yay.
Can do it again.
No, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to have that little click and go right to the winner. Right. So many of you are on pins and needles to discover who will be crowned chapter of the year. And as my wife's favorite TV show would say, it's now time for a commercial break, but we're not going to do that. Congratulations, Otto Udaway. 2021 chapter of the year.
Congratulations.
Excellent.
That's wonderful.
Wow. That's awesome.
Nancy, Alex, you guys want to say something? Say a few words?
I just wanted to talk about how terrific the team we have in Ottawa to help us contribute towards this award. So thank you very much for the award. But we have many, like all these chapters, we have many hardworking, committed members of the chapter leadership team that really dug in their heels this year and helped demonstrate and promote excellence in professional business analysis, just like our mission. And we tried to provide lots of programming and events for our and supports for our local and our global BA community. And like all the chapters here, we have a great team. I especially wanted to thank the efforts of Christina Abbott. I don't think she's on the call tonight. She's our past president, just like the 7 presidents before her. We truly benefited from her vision, as you can see. And finally, I wanted to thank all of the people at IIBA, Emily, Carol, Vish, Judy, Danelkas, Jared. I'm probably forgetting many others, but you guys have been great support for our chapter. Anytime we have any questions or need support, you're always there for us. You have our backs, and would like to also talk about all of the other chapters that have collaborated with us. We've had lots of support from other chapters. So this is a great family. IIBA is a great family. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Nancy. Delvin and Keith, do you have anything to add about our chapters?
Yeah, just thanks, Jared, and thanks, everybody. Congratulations to each of you who have won awards. I was thinking about one thing just listening to these presentations over the last few minutes around our chapters. And obviously, chapters are crucial. They're important. They're the lifeblood of many of the things that we as a community are trying to do. But the thing I love about it is that I think this is just a wonderful example of sort of our global purpose, but local expression. One of the things that I'm very proud to have inherited from the founders of IIBA is kind of that idea that we should create common purpose, and we should create mutual dependence, and we should work hard as a global community to advance this profession that we're all part of. But we shouldn't do it in such a way that we are scripting every last detail, that we are trying to control everything, that we have, or even have all the answers, those of us who have the privilege of working full-time for IIBA. And I think these stories that we've been hearing over the last 30 minutes or so are just wonderful examples of how each of you in your local communities have built creative ideas. And as someone said a few minutes ago, sometimes they don't always work, but that's okay. That's part of what makes the fabric of our community so rich and so powerful. And I think bodes really well for our future as a community. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to echo also what Delvin said. I think, you know, there's just so many wonderful stories. And, you know, even, you know, when I think back to my favorite stories of, you know, Ottawa and the philanthropy and some of the work that was done for women's shelter there, I mean, to me, it's just tremendous. And then stepping from there to hear about $5,000, wow, just wow. It's so much about making lives better, you know, and all of the people that are involved in there and bringing together such amazing communities, but also teams, you know, that drive it and the work involved in doing that and the love and caring that happens in here. You know, I think for me, a couple of people also that I really want to recognize, because, you know, it's the chapters are so much built on these amazing volunteers. You know, can I just take a minute and maybe we just all offer a round of applause to Judy, right? For all of your work, everybody.
Yay, Judy.
Thank you, Keith.
And
Thank
I
you,
think,
everybody.
you know, gosh, they just don't happen on their own, right? The chapters, but it's just, you know, Judy, thank you very much. And then all of the regional directors and global chapter council, you know, Victoria, Michelle, Jay, Marlene, Lee, Lucy, Emily, I'm going to miss some in here, Elizabeth, Corin, Richard Wagner, Sasson and Carol, Jennifer, let me know if I've missed somebody, Mohammed, Swami in India, Damien, I mean, I think it's just such a tremendous group of people who have given so much to bringing together this community, this global community. And I want to just take a minute to say thank you, all of you, for such an amazing contribution and gift of your time to IIBA. Thank you all. Just a little round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Delvin. Thank you, Keith. So our broadcast is coming to an end. We hope that you've enjoyed this broadcast as much as we've enjoyed sharing these stories. And as Keith reminded me earlier today, one thing that business analysis professionals are really good at is sharing stories. Just a reminder that the taping of this broadcast will be available on IIBA's website and the webinar archives, as well as on the chapter awards and volunteer of the year pages. Thank you for a fantastic session. Congratulations to all the winners, finalists, and volunteers. Please join us for the after party and let's toast the winners. If you can't join us, good night, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you live.
Oh, and next year we got to have a best video one. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That was awesome. I'm still going to giggle about that for the next year.
That was amazing. Okay, Jared, if you want to pop up so just so everyone, we hope that everyone will, or most of you will be able to stay. We're just going to go get your favorite beverage and and then we can just talk about all the exciting things that just happened and we can get to know everybody a little bit better.
We need to stop the recording.
Oh gosh, that would be, yes, we could definitely go off book here.